At certain points throughout the convocation, you'll be asked trivia questions. Cadets, staff, and faculty will be eligible to win prizes based upon their response. Send responses to trivia@westpoint.edu. Prizes range from Get Out of SAMI cards to parking spots. The first 4 cadets and the first 4 staff or faculty members to respond correctly to each trivia question will win prizes. There will be 5 trivia questions, and each question has unique prizes associated with it. I'm sorry to say that anyone who was involved in developing the questions or who otherwise knew the questions prior to this event will not be eligible to respond. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2020 Superintendent's Convocation. My name is Master Sergeant Rowan Sparrow, and I will serve as today's Master of Ceremonies. Today, we celebrate excellence and the opening of the academic year as we honor members of the faculty for their scholarly achievements and excellence in teaching, and to honor members of the Corps Cadets for their academic, military, and physical achievements. This year's awards ceremony will begin with a video of the 2019-2020 Glee Club singing, "Oh, What a Beautiful City."
City.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 60th Superintendent of the United States Military Academy, Lieutenant General Darrell A. Williams.
Good afternoon, teammates. First, thank you to the Cadet Glee Club for that wonderful performance. Great job to you all. And a special thanks to our teammates on the Dean's staff and in our Visual Information Division for the countless hours of behind-the-scenes work to make this virtual convocation possible. According to the basketball legend Michael Jordan, one of the keys to success is learning how to overcome obstacles. If you run into a wall, he said, don't give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. We, as a team, have experienced many challenges and obstacles these past several months. As we've navigated this pandemic and figured out not only how to protect ourselves, both individually and collectively, but also how to effectively continue our mission and your development experience. But we not only faced these challenges together, we overcame them and succeeded together. Together, we quickly adapted to a remote learning environment and completed the academic year. Together, we worked meticulously and deliberately to safely bring the Corps back to West Point for graduation and summer training. And together, we continued to execute our mission while protecting the force. Together, we climbed a few walls, worked around a few walls, and yes, even busted through a few walls. And we did that because of your collective resiliency, your strength and discipline, and most importantly, your unwavering desire to win and relentless pursuit of excellence. Today, we're here to celebrate excellence and recognize your accomplishments, both within the Corps and within our world. Class faculty, these are shared successes, to be sure, as the accomplishments of our cadets and our faculty would not be possible without each other. Cadets, our outstanding instructors and professors are committed to your total development as leaders of character. Your successes and achievements are a reflection of their dedication, commitment to excellence, and desire for you to reach your full potential. And to the faculty, everything we do here supports the development of these future leaders of character for our Army. And it is that purpose, fueled by our cadets' energy and desire to succeed, that inspires and drives your accomplishments and continual quest for excellence. So as we celebrate your achievements today and prepare for a new academic year, my charge to you is to continue leaning forward in the foxhole, continue demonstrating that collective strength, resiliency, and innovation as we forge forward. Continue to relentlessly pursue the excellence that marks us as a winning team. The road ahead is uncertain. This academic year will not look or feel like anything we are used to. We will all need support for the journey ahead. Let us continue to demonstrate those behaviors that build cohesion and trust, to be a source of empathy and encouragement when needed, and to continue to treat each other with dignity and respect. Together, as a cohesive team committed to each other's success, we will continue to raise the bar of achievement, face and overcome challenges, continue to pursue excellence, and continue to be excellent. Congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Please welcome the 14th Dean of the Academic Board, Brigadier General Cindy R. Jebb.
Greetings. Let me also add, what an amazing Glee Club performance and what a tribute to your voices, diversity, and creativity. Thank you for opening our convocation to help inspire introspection individually and collectively. Our convocation provides us some unhurried moments for that introspection, as well as to celebrate excellence, to open the academic year, and to reaffirm our identity as a learning community. And during these times of COVID, difficult and necessary conversations on racism and sexism and turbulent politics, it's even more important than ever that we double down on our mission, be unafraid to see ourselves and face blind spots, and together recommit to our values and to one another. This year, to address pressing issues of inequality in our society through an open and honest dialogue, West Point's theme for this academic year is Ethical Leadership in a Diverse World, led by our Department of English and Philosophy. We will deliberately explore the nature of ethical leadership through a multidisciplinary effort across the Academy. The theme and its events will challenge all of us to embody our institutional values that commit us to lead an examined life of integrity. We will work together to understand and confront racism, sexism, and our individual biases. And as part of this effort, this semester's Dean Book Club is Citizen in American Lyric by Claudia Rankine, who reminds us of the need to bring empathy into every human interaction. She writes, "The world is wrong. You can't put the past behind you. It's buried in you. It's turned your flesh into its own cupboard. Not everything remembered is useful, but it all comes from the world to be stored in you." Rankine's words remind us that we cannot know what experiences or histories each person is carrying. She continues this passage with a list of questions. Who said that? She said what? What did he just do? Did I hear what I think I heard? Did that just come out of my mouth? His mouth? Your mouth? Do you remember when you sighed? We must have the courage to ask these questions aloud and empathetically work through the answers together. We have an unbelievable opportunity to lead in this space of asking hard questions of one another and ourselves, with the goal of developing critical thinkers who are self-aware, confident, and humble through our broad liberal arts education. There is a saying that education is what's left over when you've forgotten all the facts. I'm struck by how true this statement is. I know that I don't remember everything I learned in even my most impactful classes, but I do remember how they made me think. Learning primarily how to think, not what to think, is the mark of a true education. To be able to think critically, deeply, and across all disciplines. Having the humility to know that there are different ways of thinking through hard problems, uncertainty, and ambiguity. The world is not binary, it is a sea of grays. A broad liberal arts education provides the space to explore, to learn, to grow. Education is transformative both as teacher and student. And so let's approach Claudia Rankine's words and this year with an open mind. Be unafraid to ask hard questions. Our country hungers for bold problem solvers who are acutely aware of the human condition. And our speaker this afternoon will help us better understand ourselves and one another, better understand our world, better equip us for the challenges now and in the future. Our broad liberal arts education extends across the academy, which widens the space for inquiry, understanding, and reflection. Dr. Jessie Germain from the Department of Physical Education is a leader of character, a lifelong learner, and an integral part of the team of teams that contributes to the development of the Corps of Cadets. He's a USMA 87 graduate and a retired Army colonel. He holds degrees from West Point, Rivier College, Old Dominion, the Naval War College, and the University of Florida. He took over as the Director of Kinesiology in 2015 after more than a decade with DPE. He's researched and written extensively on the relationship between objective and subjective physical fitness measurements with a focus on cognitive biases and leadership. And he has represented our academy incredibly well, whether serving on delegations abroad and academy-level committees, chairing committees for our Board of Visitors, or helping us prepare for middle states. Last fall, he was named a Darden College of Education Fellow at Old Dominion University for both professional accomplishments and contributions to the community. We know him as an upbeat, energetic, compassionate, community-oriented leader. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce Dr. Jessie Germain.
General Williams, General Jebb, General Buzzard, distinguished members of the Academic Board, faculty, staff, friends of West Point, and of course, all of our extraordinary colleagues who are being honored here today. Good afternoon, and thank you for having me. Each year, we come together for this Academy Convocation to pay tribute to outstanding professionals who have demonstrated excellence in their respective fields and to celebrate the start of another academic year. While recent months have challenged each of us individually, these days are also testing all of humanity collectively in so many different ways. As we're in the midst of that test, together, it's important to remember that the word humanity is from the Latin humanitas, referring to human nature, kindness. In other words, the kind feelings that we naturally and instinctively have for one another. That's what I love most about working here at West Point, the people. West Point isn't really about the buildings or the statues or even, dare I say, the IOCT. What makes West Point are the people and the extraordinary kindness, professionalism, respect, and dignity with which we all interact, not as a West Point community, but as a West Point family. Please permit me to share a story and a short discussion of what is right with West Point and what is right with the United States of America. The story helps to paint a picture of what it means to be compassionate and a leader of character, a servant of both the nation and one's fellow soldier. This story comes from a member of our Long Gray Line, class of 1978, and while the subject deals with my department, the Department of Physical Education, DPE, formerly known as OPE, the compassion, kindness, professional commitment, and dedication to the needs of the cadets of the Corps are found every day at West Point, coming from every academic department and throughout the staffs of USCC, the Office of the Dean, and USMA. Perhaps some of you can relate to this short narrative. I'll read it exactly as it was written to me by the old grad in an email almost 2 decades ago, without editing. Here is his aquatic story. My big break came from, of all places, the Department with a Heart. The major gave me a huge break, but I cannot remember his name. It was plebe year and rock squad swimming. The story begins long before that. My father grew up in St. Louis during the Great Depression. His father, my grandfather, died from a massive heart attack while the children were young. My grandmother was one of the sweetest women on earth, but she was destitute and could not take care of her 5 children. They were placed in a Lutheran orphanage in Missouri. Hardscrabble place that it was, none of them ever learned to swim. Thus, my rock squad status. One other aside, at 16, my father lied about his age, joined the Navy, and fought in the Pacific Theater. Shift to plebe year and rock squad swimming. There were a dozen or so of us in that particular morning class. Things went well enough until the 20-meter underwater swim. I just could not make it. At the final lesson, the major was chatting with me and learned that I had run a few marathons during high school. He wondered why I could not marathon across the pool. No excuse, sir. 2 more tries, 2 more failures. My skinny arms just did not grab enough water. Class time ran out. We assembled. I saluted. Left face, forward march. And I'm thinking the most miserable of thoughts. I'm headed for home. As we march out, and after the others are out the door, the major grabs my arm. When is your next class? Sir, not until after lunch. Get back in the pool. The next try, I got within 2 meters, but pulled up short. 3rd try, my lungs are busting. My head is spinning. The major at the 20-meter spot was shaking that pool sweeper for all he was worth. I was ready to pass out, but kicked 2 more times and grabbed it. I passed. OPE, Department with a Heart indeed. What a story that is, reflecting so well not only on the wonderful West Point staff and faculty of the 1970s, but also on you, today's outstanding faculty. You continue that tradition of professional excellence. I started this afternoon with a Latin noun, and I'll end with a Roman emperor. Marcus Aurelius provided us with a blueprint for daily living. In addition to exercising humanity toward others, consistently demonstrating the aforementioned kindness, professionalism, respect, and dignity toward everyone, regardless of race or religion or rank, without exception. In addition to displaying that humanity, Marcus Aurelius encouraged us to be kind to ourselves as well, through our attitude and approach to the blessings of each day. Very little is needed to make a happy life, he said. It's all within yourself, within your way of thinking. So as we pursue a cure to COVID, and as we seek peaceful harmony with everyone around us, regardless of our differences, and as we work together toward respect and dignity and equality for all, remember that exhortation of Marcus Aurelius. Make a happy life for you and for those around you. It's all within yourself, within your way of thinking. I appreciate your time and attention, and congratulations again to all of our distinguished colleagues being promoted today. Thank you.
We begin the ceremony by recognizing excellence and academic achievement by members of the Academy's senior faculty. In recognition of their distinguished record as educators, scholars, and faculty leaders, and with the Academic Board's highest regard for their contributions to the goals and objectives of the academic program and institution, the Superintendent appoints as Professor Emeritus Colonel David A. Wallace, Department of Law; Dr. Frank A. Wattenberg, Department of Mathematical Sciences; Dr. Whitfield B. East, Department of Physical Education. In recognition of their distinguished records as educators, scholars, and faculty leaders, and with the Academic Board's highest regard for their potential for continued contributions to the academic program, the Superintendent recognizes the following individuals as Professor, United States Military Academy, and Head: Colonel Shane R. Reeves, Department of Law. The Superintendent also appoints Colonel Shane R. Reeves as a Professor of Law, Department of Law. In recognition of their distinguished records as leaders in the academic program and with the nation's highest regard for their potential for continued leadership in the academic program, the Superintendent recognizes the following individuals as Professor, United States Military Academy, and Deputy Head: Colonel Krista M. Chuar, Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. In recognition of their distinguished records as educators, scholars, and faculty leaders, and with the Academic Board's highest regard for their potential for leadership and continued contribution to the academic program, the Superintendent appoints the following individuals as Professor of their respective academic disciplines: Dr. Kenneth S. Allen, Professor, Nuclear Engineering, Department of Physics and Nuclear Engineering; Colonel Michael J. Benson, Professor of Mechanical Engineering, Department of Civil and Mechanical Engineering; Dr. Roger C. Burke, Professor of Systems Engineering, Department of Systems Engineering; Dr. Marjorie H. Carroll, Professor of Psychology, Department of Behavioral Sciences and Leadership; Dr. Lee E. Harrell, Professor of Physics, Department of Physics and Nuclear Engineering; Dr. Aaron St. Ledger, Professor of Electrical Engineering, Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science; Colonel Brett P. Van Poppel, Professor of Mechanical Engineering, Department of Civil and Mechanical Engineering. In recognition of their distinguished records as educators, scholars, and faculty leaders, and with the Academic Board's highest regard for their potential for continued contributions to the academic program, the Superintendent appoints the following individuals as Associate Professors: Lieutenant Colonel Thomas L. Babbitt, Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science; Lieutenant Colonel Jason C. Barnhill, Department of Chemistry and Life Science; Lieutenant Colonel James E. Blumen, Department of Civil and Mechanical Engineering; Colonel Matthew F. Dabkowski, Department of Systems Engineering; Lieutenant Colonel Melissa R. Esslinger, Department of Chemistry and Life Science; Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Furman, Department of Geography and Environmental Engineering; Dr. David V. Gio, Army Cyber Institute, Department of History; Colonel Nicholas H. Gist, Department of Physical Education. Colonel Eugene J. Gregory, Department of Foreign Languages. Lieutenant Colonel David P. Harvey, Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. Dr. Jennifer K. Hewitt, Department of Physical Education. Dr. Daniel A. Jaffe, Department of Physical Education. Dr. Michael S. Kofed, Department of Social Sciences. Miss Amy H. McCarthy, Department of Law. Colonel Alexander S. Mentis, Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science. Colonel Chi K. Nguyen, Department of Chemistry and Life Science. Dr. Kevin J. O'Donovan, Department of Chemistry and Life Science. Professor Stephanie K. Pell, Army Cyber Institute, Department of English and Philosophy. Dr. John M. Pendergast, Department of Foreign Languages. Lieutenant Colonel James H. Schreiner, Department of Systems Engineering. Colonel Michael S. Schioletti, Department of Mathematical Sciences. Lieutenant Colonel Shonigan P. Scully, Department of History. Lieutenant Colonel Jordan E. Swain, Center for Junior Officers. Dr. Robert H. Thompson, Army Cyber Institute, Department of Behavioral Sciences and Leadership. Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin M. Wallen, Department of Geography and Environmental Engineering. Lieutenant Colonel William C. Wright, Department of Geography and Environmental Engineering. Colonel Krista L. Watts, Department of Mathematical Sciences.
Hi, I'm Dave Seary from the History Department, and I have a trivia question for you. Who was primarily responsible for designing the fortifications that defended West Point during the American Revolution?
In recognition of their distinguished records as educators, scholars, and faculty leaders, and with the Academic Board's highest regard for their potential for continued contributions to the academic program, the Superintendent appoints the following individuals as Academy Professors. Lieutenant Colonel Jason R. Cody, CIO G6. Lieutenant Colonel Kevin R. Cutright, Department of English and Philosophy. Major Jessica I. Dawson, Army Cyber Institute. Lieutenant Colonel Victor M. Deakins, Department of Behavioral Sciences and Leadership. Lieutenant Colonel Matthew H. Ellett, Department of Foreign Languages. Major Kyle A. Greenberg, Office of Economic and Manpower Analysis. Major Rory M. McGovern, Department of History. Lieutenant Colonel Matthew D. McGinnis, Department of Physical Education. Lieutenant Colonel Christopher F. Morrill, CIO G6. We now recognize excellence in teaching with the presentation of the APGAR Award. This award recognizes, encourages, and rewards faculty members at the Academy by supporting teaching projects that improve cadet learning. The APGAR Award for Excellence in Teaching is presented to 4 faculty members from the Department of Behavioral Sciences and Leadership. Colonel Andrew L. Hagemaster. Dr. Elizabeth L. Wetzler. Major John J. Dibble. Captain Tara L. Middlebrooks.
Hey everybody, welcome back from a great summer. Hope you're as excited about starting the new academic year as we are. The math team has a trivia question for you. You may have seen it in our second floor hallway. Where did the term mathlete that affectionately describes cadet and faculty math majors originate?
Our final faculty awards are for exceptional work in various domains of teaching. The Dean's Distinguished Scholarship Award, which recognizes distinguished contributions to scholarship by any West Point faculty member at the academic rank of Associate Professor or Professor, is awarded to Dr. Theodore Ted V. Romadka, Department of Mathematical Sciences. The Dean's Award for Career of Excellence in Teaching, which recognizes careers, more than 5 years, of outstanding contributions to teaching by any West Point faculty member, is awarded to Dr. Clifford J. Rogers, Department of History. The Dean's Award for Excellence in Teaching, which recognizes outstanding contributions to teaching by any West Point faculty member with 5 years or less of teaching experience. Major James C. Bowen, Department of Physics and Nuclear Engineering. The Dean's Award for Scholarship Excellence, which recognizes outstanding contributions to scholarship by any West Point faculty member at the academic rank of instructor or assistant professor, is awarded to Dr. James F. Cornwell, Department of Behavioral Sciences and Leadership. The Dean's Award for Service and Cadet Development Excellence, which recognizes outstanding contributions to service by any West Point faculty member with 5 years or less of teaching experience, is awarded to Dr. Kayla K. Blyman, Department of Mathematical Sciences. The Dean's Award for Career Service and Faculty Development Excellence, which recognizes careers of outstanding contributions to service and faculty development by any West Point faculty member, is awarded to Dr. Thomas D. Sherlock, Department of Social Sciences.
What was the name of the class of 1929 graduate who went on to be the youngest division commander in World War II?
We will now present the Superintendent's Award for Excellence. Cadets earn the Superintendent's Award for Excellence by demonstrating outstanding performance in 3 pillars: academic, military, and physical. It is awarded for excellence in the previous academic year based on the Cadet Award Score, which is a combination of the 3 program scores, with equal weight applied to each. The top 5% of each class earns the Award for Excellence, which is a gold star encircled by a wreath. Class of 2021. Benjamin Tyler Abbott. Nathan Daniel Alt. Nathan Anthony Bada. Nathaniel Leroy Beck. Tyrese Deontay Bender. Ryan Timothy Benz. Tate Michael Blessinger. Alexander Nikolai Block. Jacob Thomas Bonneman. John Patrick Boyle. Emerson Taylor Bribieska. Shay James Buckner. Kimberly Catherine Kakamo. Sydney Alana Casalia. Travis John Katina. Hunter Gabriel Richard Choi. Mary Elizabeth Dawkin. Jason Michael Duple. Justin Michael Gittemeyer. Bennett Madsen Hellman. Kaylee Ann Herring. Samuel Patton Hilferty. Benjamin Anthony Hoffman. James Lawrence Hunter. Ryan William Johnson. Rachel Claire Kinnison. Jordan Nico Lawson. Jack Andrew Leonard. Curtis Robert Minore. Jeffrey Andrew Maiolo. Mitchell James McHugh. Kevin Mulhern Moore. Rebecca Ann Morrill. Dylan Michael Moser. Daniel James Muncaster. William John West Nevels. Bryce Robert Ott. Eric Michael Parr. Mia Claire Padone. John Johann Pike. Thomas Plunkett Rafferty. Timothy James Rudolph. Nathan James Schubring. Jacob Matthew Scriffany. Max Dylan Sakana. Tyler Miles Shackleton. Benjamin Marlowe Siegel. Logan Speezer Stansbury. Julia Elena Stedman. Trevon Blue Turner. Morgan Kylie Walsh. Joseph Nicholas Zuccarelli. Class of 2022. Travis James Afuso. Uriah Nathan Armstrong. Clara Joan Bartram. Thomas Alexander Batt. Reed Anderson Bauer. Marshall Hunter Drawn Beatty. Hannah Mariah Tatamy Blakey. Brett Richmond Boswell. Michael Garrett Cassis. Cole Thomas Chappell. Hunter Cade Cochran. William David Dickerson. John Henry Ellisher. Leah Lane Erickson. Alexander Edward Evangelista. Jonathan Andrew Filer. Krista Ruth Flinkstrom. Isaac Jackson Ford. Bianca Elizabeth Scalzitti Greer. Sarah Jean Guzzo. Isaac Daniel Hagberg. Sam Dean Hassick. Samantha Sidney Howell. Nicholas Daniel Eisenhower. James Patrick Irish. Sebastian Lee Jaggett. Adam Das Johantis. Mitchell Ryan Cook. Miller Calhoun Kronk. Eric Shantaram Lear Kulkarne. Francesco Emili Latorre. Kevin Lynn. Veronica Mary Lucian. Paul Arthur Lubke. Daniel Morgan Marks. William Douglas Nauman. Roger William Norrell. Kirsten Joy O'Keefe. Holland Faith Pratt. Kyle Stephen Ralph. Michaela DeVera Rankin. Richard John Russell III. Jillian Lee Schiffer. Josiah Barker Foy Spain. Kyle Bruce Stacks. Lee Hao Tan. Paul Bo Tan. Henry Haynes Thompson. Anna Elizabeth Tovkich. Peyton Ann Visconti. Daniel James Walton. Reese David Warnes. Luke Alton Whitman. Paris Ann Williams. Chase Devin Willis. Zachary Thomas Zaylor. Class of 2023. Caleb Brian Anderson. Anthony Benjamin Amaru. Mackenzie Elizabeth Arns. Kinsey McClellan Barnett, Christopher Rowe Barrett, Shane Takumi Berry, L. Marie Bennett, Connor Stephen Bishop, Natalie Rose Block, Christian Daniel Tushoff Bovo, Michael Anthony Bonifazio, Cole Robert Breton, Caitlin Ann Brunson, Alex Michael Burgess, Kai Alexander Bergman, Alexandra Marie Kajigal, Michael Patrick Centani, Joseph Joaquin Chedzoy, Elijah Abraham Dabkowski, Michael James Dworlcott, Bryn May Elwine, Andrew Michael Ferris, Brooke Marie Finnessy, Amy Christine Fries, Jack Thomas Galante, Devin Lee Gay, Jacob Patrick Goodwin, Allison Faith Greet, Aaron David Hall, Melina Okubo Hatton, Samuel Texas Herzog, Etta Joy Hopkins, Jacob Mart Odom Huckleberry, Caleb Seth Jeffries, Kyle Joseph Cass, Tristan Rainier McAllister Laney, Gregory Antonio Roger Langone, Spencer Gerard Lee, Christopher David Mann, Luke Charles Massasak, Carly Peyton Moore, Russell Stewart Myers, Mark Andrew Nyland, Wesley Edmund Phelan, William Race Rankin, Jacob Wesley Rosette, Jacob Benjamin Sayers, Jillian Elizabeth Scott, Bennett Oliver Smith, Caleb Tay Ju Su, Maxence Charles Philippe Sutton, Jacob Hogan Teague, Alessandra Maria Terrenas, Daniel Gallatin Worth, Edwin Love West IV, Timothy Austin Bradley Widner, Aiden Kate Wright, Kai Lau Youngren,
Hey everybody, I'm Mike Buddy, Director of Athletics here at Army West Point. I've got a trivia question for you. Who was the captain of the men's Army basketball team in 1968-69 under Coach Bobby Knight, leading Army to a fourth place finish in the National Invitational Tournament?
We would also like to congratulate all awardees of the Superintendent's Award for Achievement and the Distinguished Cadet Award.
Hi, I'm Dirt Man. You may know that the cadets refer to the Department of Geography and Environmental Engineering as the Dirt Department. But did you know the original name of the department dates all the way back to 1803 and was the Department of Drawing? Here's your trivia question. Which current barracks building once housed the Department of Drawing and had these drafting rooms on its top floor?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Congratulations to all of our award winners. Thanks for watching and have a great Army Day.